Among the 12 Kizuki, the most powerful demons who serve under Muzan Kibutsuji, few are as mesmerizing and terrifying as Douma, the upper rank 2. Known for his divine beauty, calm voice, and polite demeanor, Douma stands out not merely for his strength, but for the emptiness that defines him. He is a perfect representation of the cold void that comes from a life without feeling, purpose, or compassion. His existence in Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, embodies a chilling truth, that perfection without emotion is a form of death. Douma was born into a wealthy family in Japan's Taisho era, a child celebrated by all who saw him. With rainbow-colored eyes and an otherworldly aura, he was declared a child god by his parents, who founded the Eternal Paradise Faith, a cult that worshipped him as a divine being capable of communing with heaven. From birth, he was surrounded by adoration and blind faith, yet even as a young boy, Douma felt nothing. He lacked emotion entirely. No joy, sorrow, or empathy, only a detached awareness of the world around him. While his followers bowed before him, he viewed them with cold curiosity, recognizing their devotion as meaningless. His home was filled with hypocrisy and dysfunction. His father was a dishonest man, and his mother, consumed by jealousy, murdered him before taking her own life. The scene of their deaths would traumatize most children, but Douma merely sighed, called the servants to clean the blood, and complained about the unpleasant smell. This moment encapsulates the essence of his being. He could understand tragedy, but he could not feel it. Unlike other demons whose tragedies evoke sympathy, Douma's suffering is existential rather than emotional. His tragedy lies not in what he lost, but in what he never possessed, the capacity to feel. Raised in an environment of false worship, he grew up detached from humanity, convinced that emotions and faith were illusions created by the weak. In the world of Demon Slayer, where compassion and courage define the human spirit, Douma's cold indifference sets him apart as something far worse than evil. He is a void in human form. Unlike many demons driven by revenge, anger, or grief, Douma's motivation is not born of passion. Instead, he is driven by curiosity and amusement. He kills, manipulates, and consumes others not out of malice, but out of boredom. Having no emotional core, he seeks stimulation through cruelty and control. He devours humans under the guise of saving them, claiming that by eating them, he preserves their souls within his eternal body. His twisted reasoning reflects his desperate, unconscious search for meaning, a futile attempt to fill the emptiness within him. Douma's evil is not fueled by hate, but by the horrifying absence of it. Psychologically, Douma is a character of contradictions. He is polite yet sadistic, playful yet cruel, intelligent yet hollow. He constantly smiles, even in battle, concealing his monstrous nature beneath a mask of civility. His charm is his weapon. It disarms his victims and reflects his mastery of human imitation. He can mimic kindness and understanding, yet every gesture is artificial, every word calculated. His lack of empathy makes him unpredictable, and his emotional detachment renders him terrifyingly calm, even in the face of death. Douma mocks others for their feelings because emotions threaten his worldview. He calls love and grief useless burdens, yet deep down, he envies those who can feel them. When confronted with characters like Shinobu and Kaneo, whose emotions drive them, he displays a subtle fascination, a spark of curiosity that hints at a longing he refuses to admit. Within the story, Douma serves as both a physical and philosophical contrast to other characters. To Akaza, the Upper Moon 3, he represents everything despicable, dishonor, arrogance, and the absence of respect. Akaza's hatred for Douma stems from their opposing moral codes. Akaza values strength and respect, while Douma values nothing. Their rivalry encapsulates the conflict between passion and apathy. To Shinobu Kocho, the insect Hashira, Douma is the embodiment of evil, having killed her beloved sister Kane. To Kaneo, Sayuri, he is the final obstacle standing between vengeance and peace. Through these relationships, Douma's presence deepens the emotional core of the story. He exposes the strength of human feeling by existing as its complete opposite, that Douma's powers are as elegant and deadly as his personality. His blood demon art grants him mastery over ice, allowing him to create crystalline structures, freezing mist, and lotus-shaped frost attacks. His ice is breathtakingly beautiful, yet lethally cold, mirroring the duality of his nature. Each attack, whether a blooming frozen lotus or a wave of frost, symbolizes purity twisted into destruction. Ice reflects emotional paralysis, the physical manifestation of his inability to feel warmth. Where Akaza's fire-like energy embodies passion and spirit, Douma's ice symbolizes stillness and death. His combat style is effortless, graceful, and detached, just as his heart is. That Douma's relationships reveal his complexity even further. His rivalry with Akaza is laced with mockery and philosophical contrast. Akaza, who despises Douma's emptiness, sees him as the embodiment of everything wrong with demons. Douma, amused by Akaza's intensity, taunts him as being too human. Their interactions expose the emotional spectrum between demons, one tormented by lingering humanity, the other devoid of it. His connection with Shinobu is darker and more tragic. He murdered her sister and later absorbed Shinobu herself. Yet it was through her sacrifice that Douma was ultimately destroyed. Shinobu's body, infused with poison, burned him from the inside out. In his final moments, Douma felt something he had never experienced before, a fleeting warmth. As his body turned to ash, he realized, perhaps too late, that he might have felt something resembling love. For a being who spent centuries denying emotion, this moment was both ironic and poetic. Internally, Douma's greatest conflict is not moral but existential. He lives without purpose, without joy, without pain. His entire existence is an endless attempt to feel alive. Externally, his battles against Shinobu and Kaneo embody the clash between emotion and indifference, between warmth and coldness. His defeat is symbolic. It is not brute strength that ends him, but human resolve and emotional conviction. The poison that kills him represents the power of humanity, emotion itself, to corrode emptiness. Thematically, Douma represents the death of empathy and the illusion of godhood. He is the ultimate warning of what happens when intellect exists without feeling. He embodies false perfection, beautiful, powerful, and utterly hollow. While characters like Tanjiro Kamado represent compassion, courage, and empathy, Douma stands as their antithesis. Through him, Demon Slayer explores a deep truth. Without emotion, power and knowledge are meaningless. His cult worships him as a god, but he is, in reality, a god of nothing, a divinity built on emptiness. In writing or analyzing Douma, it's essential to highlight his irony. He kills with a smile, preaches salvation while devouring lives, and admires beauty only as it breaks. His contradictions are the key to his complexity. He is not a character consumed by rage or jealousy. He is consumed by the absence of everything. His false politeness and humor make his evil even more terrifying. He is proof that the most frightening monsters are not those who hate, but those who feel nothing at all. Douma's legacy in Demon Slayer is that of the beautiful void, a being of divine appearance and demonic emptiness. His death serves as the ultimate moral reversal. The one who mocked human emotion is defeated by it. In his final seconds, as he mistakes the strange warmth in his chest for love, Douma's tragedy becomes complete. He finally experiences a human feeling, but only as he fades into nothingness. His existence is a haunting reminder that power, beauty, and immortality mean nothing without a soul. In the grand design of Demon Slayer, Douma stands as a chilling reflection of the dangers of detachment and the loss of humanity. He is a cautionary symbol, a mirror to those who seek perfection without compassion, intellect without heart. He teaches that to live without emotion is to never truly live at all.